Cocaine, heroin, empty beer cans, and destitution. This corner in Fort Myers was once infested with all of these. A major cocaine distribution point in South Florida was disguised in this building as a nightclub and liquor store. After shutting down the operation, investigators sent the drug ring to federal prison on drug and tax evasion charges. The ringleader received multiple life sentences. His $2 million recording studio, his Beverly Hills home, and this venue were all seized. This neighborhood eyesore sustained alcohol and drug addictions for years. Hope for the community seemed impossible. Yet, some believed. Abdul Haq Muhammad, supported by other founding members of Quality Life Center of Southwest Florida, believed in the community. Since 1990, they had provided youth development programs to local youth. They created a formula: transform the building, transform lives, transform the community. They raised $900,000, renovated the building, and reopened this venue as a catalyst for change within Dunbar. 23 years later, Quality Life Center continues to transform lives and the community it serves through structured programs that promote self-sufficiency, self-confidence, and self-discipline.
What a transformation in our community. How exciting. All right, I want to jump in. Welcome, Shari Armstrong, to the Connect Show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, the Quality Life Center is just such a picture perfect of what we can do when people put their mind to it and get together and say, wait a minute, there's a need, we can meet it. So that's an incredible story of how it came about. But tell us, so it started in 1990.
Correct. Mr. Muhammad and other leaders within the community had a vision. They believed that if they got together and looked at the issues within the community, that they could do something about it. So it started off as a martial arts program. Mr. Muhammad is a black belt, and he would have these children after school meet, and they would just do martial arts, and then it turned into homework, and then others brought dance components and other components, and it turned into an after-school program. Later on, as you saw in the video, we were able to acquire a building, and now we're able to service more children, and we're really, really excited. I mean, the Q is just, it is a testament of what people can do when they get together and decide to take on a problem.
Absolutely. And I've been there. I think I've come a couple of times, one for breakfast and one in the afternoon, and got to see all the kids just having so much fun. So now, I know transformation is it for you. That's your word.
Yes, absolutely. We believe in transformation. And what does that mean? A lot of people say, what do you mean by that? So we believe that if you can transform a mentality, you can transform lives, and then you can transform a community. So we teach our children about self-sufficiency. We service children ages 2 to 17. And we teach them that if you focus on your academics, if you learn self-discipline, you can be somebody. And we believe that if our children grow up and adopt this idea of transformation, that they can go into the community and then transform their community themselves.
That's powerful. Now, how do you do that? How do you go about it?
Great question. We have different programs. We have an early learning program, preschool, VPK, and then we have an after-school program where we service children ages 5 to 12, and then a teen program. So when the teenagers want to hang out late at night, they have a safe place to do it at our teen program, our Leaders in Training of Excellence program, and that runs from 6 to 8 o'clock. We open up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So when we say we're about servicing the community and the community's needs, we really mean it.
Do you have to be there at 5?
No.
Oh, okay, good. No. That would be pretty early.
I leave that for the tough ones.
All right, good. Now, I know you said your early learning was different.
Yes.
You actually give them homework?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yes, we have a unique staff who absolutely believes in the potential of our children. Therefore, yes, our students go home with homework. Our students are challenged. We operate off of the creative curriculum, whereby our children, if they come in and say to our preschool instructors or our early learning instructors that they're curious about grass, it's not in a type of environment where people say, no, we're not talking about grass, we're talking about this. It's like, well, grass, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the color. Let's talk about the letter G at the beginning of grass. So we want to encourage our children to think, to discover, to learn. And I think our early learning program is exceptional because it does just that. And our student to teacher ratio is exceptional too. We have 13 students right now to 2 instructors, 2 certified instructors. That's right. So we have an instructor who can lead a group activity while another certified instructor may be working with a child who needs that one-on-one attention. So our program is focused on giving the children what they need to succeed and to be self-sufficient.
And then the after-school program, you have so many options in
Absolutely. After school is an opportunity to explore. So we have dance. One of my favorite things about after school is our science room. We know that a lot of our students don't receive science in the school system. So what we do is we say, hey, we're going to fill that gap. In our science room, we have microscopes. Our instructor has even taught our children, 5-year-olds, some of them, about DNA.
Wow.
They've reconstructed DNA with marshmallows and toothpicks. So we make science
Then they
real.
get to eat them afterwards.
Oh, of course. Of course. And the kids insist on that, of course.
Yes.
Sometimes they're eating while they're making their projects. But we want to bring the world to life for our children. And so we do that through arts in our after-school program, as I mentioned before, dance. We have music, we have science, we have a computer lab where our children are learning how to create apps. Some of our teenagers are doing that now, absolutely. So we believe that if we can bring the world to our students' minds are opened up, they're challenged, and they're ready to take on the world.
That's incredible. So you do the martial arts, the dance, and there's a couple of different types of dance, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We like to think we're pretty diverse. So we do ballet. We just got a brand new dance floor donated by one of our supporters. We have ballet bars, and so it's a world of exposure for our children, even in the dance realm. We have ballet, we have hip hop, we have African, we have liturgical dance, all different spectrums. So if students say, you know, ballet's not my thing, that doesn't mean dance isn't for you. Let's try African. Let's try hip hop. Let's find your niche.
Okay, Shari, you have incredible programs. Let's talk briefly about the Teen Leadership Program.
Absolutely. The Teen Leadership Program is the Leaders in Training of Excellence program. Like I said before, we believe in our children. So what we do is our teen program, essentially it starts from 6 to 8 o'clock. However, our teens come in as early as 2:30. And what we do is we place them within a department within the building that they would like to pursue, whether it's an administrative department, working with the kids, logistics, and then we train them. So they essentially shadow our staff, and we give them responsibility. So our teens are involved in almost all of the processes that take place at the organization, and that's because we want them to understand the concept of responsibility, and we want them to understand that we trust them to be the future leaders that they are.
I love that, and I think when I came to the event, there was definitely teens all around registering and taking, and they handled it just beautifully.
They make us very proud.
Okay, so you are a Q child.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Absolutely. I grew up in the Q. I went through our dance classes, our swimming classes, and Quality Life Center is more than just a job for me. It was a training ground for me, and the things that I learned in quality life I'm taking with me into my career and into my life now. So it's a great opportunity to be back at the Q now, working with the children, working with the staff, and instilling the same things that somebody else gave to me when I was a child.
Now, something when we spoke yesterday, you said that you actually went to ECS.
Yes, Evangelical Christian School, go Sentinels, woo! Red all the way.
Yeah, there you go, we're in the colors. But the Q filled the spot that was missing for you.
That's exactly right. Quality Life Center filled a cultural gap for me, and it taught me about being a young African-American young lady, and I received that at the Q through dance, through martial arts, through swimming. That's why I say that we use these different programs to teach components like self-discipline, self-confidence. I learned that I was a beautiful young black lady who could go out and do anything that I wanted to.
Amen.
And I got that from Quality Life Center. And don't get me wrong, I got a lot of great things from ECS too. Anyone who knows me knows that I love ECS. But Quality Life Center gave something else to me, and we had a Kwanzaa celebration every year, which we still have now. We just had it in December. And there I was an African dancer almost every year, and I was so proud to do my dance and just hold my head high. And this is something that belongs to me and my community and that I could be proud of. We talk about instilling pride in our mission, and that's really how we do it, through these different components. You find something you love, and then you hold your head up high and you do it.
That's awesome. And of course, you went off to school.
Yes.
Where'd you go to school?
University of South Florida.
Okay.
So I switched my hat, go Bulls. I studied broadcast journalism, mass communications at USF. Then I went on, I had some other opportunities and really enjoyed what I was presented with. However, I like to tell people I read a wonderful book, Whatever It Takes by Jeffrey Canada. It changed my life, and I wanted to do something whereby I could use my skills and create change, impact a community. I came back to my own community, ended up speaking with Mr. Muhammad, who was a mentor to me then and is still a mentor now, and he provided an opportunity for me. I started off tutoring at the Q, and here I am now telling people about how awesome it is, and I love my job.
And that shows. I think there's a little enthusiasm out there.
It's just a tad. Sorry if it's too much.
What was interesting, you're kind of missing the part because you actually got this wonderful, wow, New York City job.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And then said, this isn't what I want to do.
This wasn't for me. I think that's important, is doing something that is for you and not maybe what other people think is for you. And I learned that by actually getting on a plane and going to New York and taking advantage of really great opportunities. And then realizing, like, you know what, I really want to do what that book talked about, was impacting. And I told you earlier about transforming a community. We raise our kids to give back to the community. I needed to be doing the same thing, which is why I got back on that plane, came back down, and said I'm going to do the same thing. And that's how I ended up here.
And you must be such a role model for all the kiddos there that can say, wait, Shari was us, and now look at her. She's running this place.
I don't think
Almost. Watch out.
Yeah, right.
Soon to be.
I don't think I could ever call myself a role model, but I do know that my kids, they look up to me, and they look up to all the staff. Therefore, it's important that we're modeling the behavior that we're teaching to our children.
Okay, now let's talk about this great event,
Yes.
Magic Johnson. You
Yes.
said we're going to give our audience an opportunity to meet him. Tell us about it.
That's right. So Magic Johnson is coming to Southwest Florida. If you heard the rumors, they are true.
True. Okay, good.
He will be coming. There are two major events. We have our press conference, of course. I should say 3 events. There'll be a press conference at Quality Life. Following that, there'll be a private mix and mingle party with Magic Johnson. Exclusive. I'm talking only 50 people involved at this party.
So you can rub elbows and talk to him and
Oh yeah,
get to
take
hang
your
out.
picture with him, get an autographed basketball. It's going to be exciting, and
Okay.
that's for sponsorships.
Are there still opportunities for people to sign up?
Absolutely,
Okay, good.
absolutely. And then following that is this big event at the Stars Complex. You want to talk about community, you're going to see it at this event. There's going to be music and performers and great food. There's going to be
food's good.
Of course. Lots of different community leaders will be out supporting Quality Life Center, and not only Quality Life, but the other organizations in the community that are doing so much good, because as you know, there are a lot of organizations that are doing a lot of wonderful things in the community. So they'll be out there representing their organizations. You'll see some of our local kids perform. You'll see our Q kids perform.
Awesome.
Talent, some of the best of the best. And then Magic Johnson will be speaking as well. So if people are interested in shaking hands with Magic Johnson, they get that opportunity at the Mix and Mingle party. And then, of course, if they're interested in hearing Magic talk about transformation within the community and being a part of that, they definitely want to come out to the Stars Complex event.
Great, and I know we have the information on the screen, and actually Paul Lodato, our station manager, is going to be singing.
Yes,
at that.
absolutely. Paul's going to, I'm not going to give away the song he's going to be singing, but it's going to be amazing. If people come out for nothing else, they got to come out and hear Paul because he's a great singer.
All right, Shari, we have 2 minutes left. I want to know, why do you do this? What's the why? I know you have so much passion. Tell me about some of the changed lives that make it all worth it.
It's the progress that we see in our children. It's knowing the history of the kids, knowing some of them come from really great homes. I want to make sure we get that clear. Some of our children come from really great situations, and some of our children come from situations that they just break your heart. So what we do is we provide a safe place for our kids. I've seen kids come in where they have a father in prison and a mother working 2 jobs just to sustain and provide food. So when our kids are able to dance for the first time, it becomes an outlet. Or martial arts, where they're able to let out frustration but then learn self-discipline. Or meditate, because our children learn to control their bodies with their minds. That's what we tell the kids through meditation, and learn that self-discipline. It does something to you to see a child come in dealing with so much, and then to be able to master discipline through so many different arenas. It's encouraging, and you can see we've had so many success stories. Officer Brian Fuller, who works for the Fort Myers Police Department, a Q child. Von Zell, Baby V. Solomon.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, a Q child. Martial arts extraordinaire. She's now traveling the world and performing. We have some really great talent that has come out of the Q. Absolutely.
Well, Cherie, our time has come to an end, but thank you for all that you're doing in the community. It's just truly amazing, and thank you that we can look at you and say, yes, what a successful program. So wish you all the success for Magic Johnson's event, and thank you for all that you're doing and for coming on the show today.